please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic? Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be discussing the return of Nikocado Avocado. On this channel, annually now at this point, I make videos recapping the year for those that have had in the past a content constable, or multiple, done on them. This would include Amberlynn Reid, end of year reviews including, Foodie Beauty, end of year reviews including, and of course Nikocado Avocado. In his case, I often find myself laughing at his videos because I can never tell whether he's being serious or not. But there are moments, very rare moments, when he gets involved in drama with the likes of Ethan Klein, and he shows that lucidity. He shows the ability to think. Over the past 2 years I have made 2 end of year reviews on him to reasonable success, and I pieced them over the course of a year. At present there are 2 parts of one done for this year, which may well have to be changed to include his return to YouTube, because the one thing I'd noticed is that he had not uploaded anywhere near as much as he had in the past, yet he was still getting really good views. This lack of content, or moving to other channels, or uploading excessive amounts of wobbly belly shorts, had many wonder what he was actually up to, because yes, he has rewatchability, and let's face it here, if he has been away from YouTube for as long as he claims we'll get to soon, this speaks volumes about how much rewatchability he has, how much of a draw he is, which is the same as rewatchability but said a little differently, and how much of a king he is over the entire Mukbang community. Don't forget here, the man has several channels, all pulling in over 100,000 views daily, and this includes the sabbatical he has essentially been on, the length of which is up for debate. We'll get to that soon again, don't worry. I feel slightly sorry, although not entirely, for the likes of Inaba, who made a 7-hour video recently on Nikocado Avocado. I feel slightly sorry for him because that's a lot of time spent making a video. I don't feel sorry because it's Inaba, no offense intended, I'm not a fan. Recently Nikocado came back to YouTube, and the one thing everyone is talking about is the fact that Nikocado looks like a third of the person he once was. So let's take a look at that.
2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. This has been the greatest social experiment for my entire life. It's alluring, it's compelling, it's gripping.
Do forgive my skepticism here. I fully support anyone that has managed to successfully go on a weight loss journey. The fact it's been done in quiet, secret even, is quite impressive. It does raise questions about collaborations you've done in the past with like Umperville, but that's a separate query entirely. To make it seem like you're a mastermind when I hold this skepticism trademark in my hand does have me wonder if perhaps you're less a mastermind and more wealthy enough to gain access to various surgeries and treatments. The kind that Amber failed on twice, or is it 3 times now?
To observe all these unwell, disoriented beings roam the internet in search of stories, ideas, rivalries, where they feel encouraged and engaged, where they involve themselves with the stories and become a product of influence.
Your monologue feels like it belongs in V for Vendetta. That's not necessarily a bad thing. There are points to social experiments. One that comes at the cost of another person's health or your own is an interesting choice, if true. I would have just been happy if you came back magnanimous and said, "Bosh, weight gone. Amber, my nutritionist, your turn, bitch."
Thirsty for a distraction from time unspent, spoiling their minds, yet stimulating them at the same time.
Somewhat ironic from somebody who apparently masterminded the destruction of their own body for views and money, all the while testing other people to see what they're really made of. I'm really hoping this is all just one big joke and you go back to saying some dumb crap like you usually do. I may have to skip ahead a little just so we can find the part without the panda head.
So I am the villain. Because I've made myself one. And you will continue to consume these stories about me year after year after year, for as long as I tell the internet that I am the villain.
Anyone else getting Bane vibes, like Dark Knight Rises Bane? No one cared about me until I put the mask on, right? That territory. It's interesting. I mean, it's interesting enough that when you look at the like to dislike on this video, 1.6 million upvotes. I don't think Nikocado's seen this many upvotes in a long time. I am somewhat impressed, I will admit.
Oh.
I skipped ahead a minute to get rid of the monologue. I'm sorry, I couldn't handle any more, and I knew there was some happiness in here. The burb is back. Different burb, but a burb nonetheless. We like burbs. Let's now go through this video from the part where he's happier to discuss what he's been up to for the past 7 months of inactivity on his YouTube channels. Although, spoilers, it could well be a lot longer.
You missed me so much, I know. It was 8 years separate. Or longer. I know. How many years was it? How many years? Tell me. How many years were we separate for? Too many, yeah. I know, my baby. I had no choice. I had no choice. But Daddy's back. We're back home. Shibby-doo. We're home. Hello. We're back home. Shibby-doo. And I'm back here with all of you.
Is this the same bird from 8 years ago? I'm not a historian, internet one especially, because arguably an internet historian has a more legitimate degree than someone with an actual history degree. You know who you are. Get wrecked. Jokes aside, it's interesting to see this more docile version of Nikocado. How long it lasts, I've no idea, because, let's face it, for the past 8 years we've seen an absolute nutter on the screens. I'm going to skip ahead a little, so we can get to perhaps the explanation for what has happened and why it happened.
I just took off the fat suit. Yeah, I just took it off, and here I am. What's that, Noodle? What's that? Oh, so you get a taste test before I do. This is like kind of not fair.
I'm not going to deny there is something very wholesome about sharing your meal with your pet, provided they're able to have it. Just to be clear, I'm not familiar with these noodles or what's on it. Really not going to judge either.
Mr. Noodle can't taste spice. They don't have the receptors for it, and actually, spicy pepper is really good for their immune system, so the vet and people, they always recommend to give.
I find it quite wholesome, not going to criticise. I'm also inserting this because fair use is a thing. I've got to be careful on that part. Now, Nikocado uploaded on the same day 2 videos, one to his main channel, which was that, and another simply titled Hi, to Nikocado Avocado 2. As the majority of this video, having watched through it, is him doing a mukbang of spicy black bean sauce noodles, and he doesn't really offer much in a way of an explanation for why he's been away, or what he's been doing, and other such explanations that might well be handy, we're going to go to the other video to try and find out what's been going on. I should insert, there had been a lot of speculation concerning whether or not any of this was real, or whether these videos were old, as in filmed before he put on the weight. On Nikocado's Instagram, he had posted a picture or a video of an iPhone. Now, Alex Shook had noticed that is a more recent model, therefore the videos can't be 8 years old. That phone undoes it. It could well be filtered. Some believe that Nikocado may well have gone down the Ozempic route and had multiple surgeries, which is why there is a lot of sus on this, because the amount of weight shifted, there had to be some surgery somewhere to remove excess skin. There is such thing as laser removal to hide scarring. It is possible, and surgery has improved massively over the years to limit the visible damage done to one's body when it is removed. This suspicion is not going to go anywhere, because if Nikocado has played the game he is going to tell you he's played, he has played a game where he has won the internet, he has annihilated the internet, and he has also proven those who cannot lose the weight wrong in every sense of the words, because they have failed every time. Yet he managed to disappear, do it, and come back. Whether he sustains it is a completely separate problem, and of course the sus will always exist, unless, for example, he showed the entire journey as some kind of montage, which would, much like his videos at present, go straight up to the top of trending. His videos were on trending when I found them.
Welcome to Nikocado 2. This is my second channel, and I hope you consider subscribing because I don't even know if people like me or if they want to hear from me. I haven't made a video for like 2 years, and this is where I'm posting now on this channel, so...
2 years. Nikocado Avocado has been gone, technically then, according to him, allegedly for 2 whole years. Now this year, when I've been making my end of year review segments, I'd noticed, acknowledged a complete lacking in content. This could well be because he had made a boatload of videos before he vanished, because it was so formulaic and got the views regardless, all the outrage, the outbursts, the crying, the slapping, the standard stuff he put out. It is always possible he uploaded so many videos or had so many ready that when he got to 2024, he was still in the middle of his weight loss journey. Whether it be a proper weight loss journey or the cheat code version, I don't know, doesn't matter, and he may not have been ready to come back to YouTube fully yet. Although it could also be a V for Vendetta thing of, this is all me playing you, I have trump card, take that bitches.
Hey, Mr. Noodle. Yeah, hey. Hey, I have to go first. We are having spicy cheesy noodles. These are made with Takis habanero, and you can kind of see it in there, as well as paprika, and it's a ton of cheese. A ton of cheese.
I am curious if we are to believe that this is legit, and I do believe to an extent that this is real. At this point, the Matrix could well be real too, though. Honestly, the amount of times I have been mind-quadded is ridiculous. Do you think that Nikocado does a calorie deficit day, where he'll eat these mukbangs, several thousand calorie meals, and then he'll go much lighter the next day and work out a lot more to ensure that he isn't putting weight back on? Or do you think this grand reset will just lead to him going back up again? I'm curious what you all think on that one, because it does make my mind think a little, and I'm sure it does for many who've looked and gone, hang on a second, Meg's done end of year reviews on this guy, and all would appear to not be what it seems, nor has it been for 2 sodding years.
I love cheese. Da-dun. I love cheese. Da-dun. We love cheese. Da-dun. Yes, we do. Oh my god. And I'm gonna eat all this.
It's good to know that in a world of absolute confusion, some things do not change. And with you, there is a lot of confusion from us. I am impressed.
I know. They're so long and pulley. Cheers, everyone, to a new era.
Even skinny, and in your new era, I assume it will be better than Amber Lynn's non-tent era. The mouth noises are quite, well, they're not for me, okay? I'm not an ASMR guy. Let's continue. Dear God.
And I'm back. I stood up to put Noodle back, and you know when you're like at a party and you've been having something to drink, then you've had like a second and maybe a third, and you're feeling good and you're like, oh, I'm fine, I'm totally good, totally fine, oh, I'm great, normal. And then you have someone's walking around with more drinks, you have another drink, you might get up to get a third drink, or someone might pass you one, but for the most part you're just plopped down on that couch, you're just in one spot.
I believe contentment is what we typically call that.
And that's where I was at this party. I was just in one spot, one location. I didn't even get my own drinks. They were being handed to me. And then for the first time, after sitting on that couch for God knows how long, you get up and you stand up for the first time. And you've had like 4 or 5, you've lost count actually. And you stand up and you're like, Wow. Wow.
Oh, you're referring to whiskey legs. So we go from contentment because you're sat there, you're not moving, to getting whiskey legs because you've not moved and a fair amount of alcohol has gone straight to them. It's a good feeling. I've done that before a few times when I was younger. Not so much now, I'm too old, but younger me, yes.
So, it's definitely food coma land, but I'm loving it. And this was really good. Super good. And spicy too. I hope I don't get like any marks on my face. Alright, cheers to my last couple of bites.
I'm kind of curious, with somebody that has gone through such an astronomical weight loss, after having been at a larger weight and gotten bigger over a period of time and sustained for a long time, is it not dangerous within the realm of almost addiction? We saw your covered once, the OBCD skit, yes, that one. Is it not dangerous to put yourself in front of food like this? I'm curious, because you haven't been like Beard Meets Food, who's just been a gym rat and been able to do his, eating challenges. You were somebody that was doing this on and off camera for a long time, whether it be a joke or not. I don't believe the filters existed back then to make you look fat. So I'm really, I'm curious. Yeah, that's the only word to describe it, isn't it? 2 days ago on HungryFatChick's channel, Nikocado appears again. This time as a pre-birthday celebration. Now this is where we now know for certain this version of Nikocado is definitely the 2024 version. It is possible it was filmed earlier in the year. Of course it is. At the same time, the chemistry these two have makes it far too genuine and wholesome for me to criticize, and I hate that. I exist to criticize. I do not appreciate the niceness. I'm joking, of course. Let's dive into this one.
Today, I'm having Outback Steakhouse, and I have a surprise for you guys. Oh my gosh. Guess who's here?
Hi!
Nikocado Avocado has come to visit me for my birthday this month.
Hi.
Oh my gosh. Looky, looky.
I'm here.
He's here, and we are going to chow down and have a really nice mukbang today.
Outback Steakhouse.
Yes, we got the Outback.
Which is your favorite?
It's my favorite. It's usually my typical birthday meal.
You told me your favorite thing, or your last meal would be steak.
2 years ago on my birthday, my friend David got me a tomahawk steak so we could have that for my birthday. It was very much appreciated and was certainly a rather delightful way of celebrating. Of course, how you have it is vitally important. If you have it incorrectly, you will be bad. Do let me know in the comments so I can judge you, as Magog would say, harshly.
Okay, let's see how we're gonna do this, Miss Man. I'm so excited to have Nick here. I missed you so much.
I missed you a lot.
Oh my God, it's been
You're my favorite person ever.
It's been too long.
And it's like,
Aw.
it's sometimes surreal coming back here because it's, I've come here to Vegas year after year after year after year since 2016, 2017.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I'm
Trying to remember. I'm trying. It's been a while. I know the very first visit you came, we had like Indian food and I think I had you try Hawaiian food too.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, we got to do that.
I know that HungryFatChick gave up on her weight loss journey owing to drop in viewership and I'm sure other issues too, which is a shame because she was doing tremendous work when she was doing that. One does, though, start to query a few little things, because when they collaborated on her channel over the past 2 years, when were those videos done? Because there was no mention of her weight loss journey in those videos, but things weren't always in them, including weigh-ins when they did collaborate when she was on her weight loss journey. Does that make sense? There's a timeline of events, and if Nikocado hasn't been active for 2 years, yet they saw each other, so was it a Freudian slip when she said 2 and then changed to too long later? I'm kind of curious again. My head is having issues. It's like mental gymnastics, but my IQ's dropped down to 1. It's not a great day.
I can't even speak.
Super delicious. Why am I so short?
You want me to bring this closer?
Well, you've got such long legs, though.
Oh no, I put it out because you asked me. I don't know. I'm so
Just
sorry.
a little bit. Yeah, it's good.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good. It's like I've got the giant belly that like makes it difficult.
I am so
So I
sorry.
gotta like.
For the sake of this video, I don't believe I need to show any more of that, because it does amply demonstrate the natural rapport and chemistry they've always had. A point I've always made in my end of year reviews. They just have good chemistry. Clearly, if this is all to be true and not some matrix trick of the eye, a filter like no other that Foodie Beauty may well employ if it is a filter. If it is true, clearly Nikocado Avocado is in a better place. It should be acknowledged this does not excuse Nikocado for any of the terrible things he has done over the years, of course not. My only concern for any person who has been super morbidly obese is that they find a way back, if they can. While not a fan of what I often dub a cheat code, if he has used it and stays that way, the weight he is at now, it is a success. Of course, I firmly believe in blood, sweat and respect. Shed the first to earn the third. I would love to see if he did record any of his weight loss journey, if it was done as a weight loss journey, as in going to the gym, putting in the hours, eating healthily, the struggles, the ups, the downs. That video would break the internet. Well, this side of it anyway. I have no doubt in my mind that would be the case. He may have played the internet for 2 years. If he has, he is a mastermind. If he's just saying it, he still wins. Let's face it. I'm not going to suck up to Nikocado, and I'm still going to make an end of year review. Because if this is also another trick, he will just be living up to the reputation he has had over the many years on YouTube for, let's say, playing the audience to a T. My skepticism will always remain. Think a chaplain of the Space Marines. My suspicion is always going to be there of heresy. Alright? It's always going to be there. But if he's turned over a new leaf, then he does cast a great level of shame onto those who have been trying for years and failing to lose weight. Amberlynn Reid more notably, who do not know how to do this. Because they have to be online, and the only way they can do this is by staying at their side. Because being online is more important to them than their health. Something which it is possible he has managed to debunk. I'm going to say congratulations for now. Time will tell whether it is deserved or not.
Two steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. This has been the greatest social experiment for my entire life. It's gripping to observe all these unwell, disoriented beings roam the internet in search of stories, thirsty for a distraction from time unspent, spoiling their minds, yet stimulating them at the same time. It's brilliant, and it's dangerous. I feel as if I'm monitoring ants on an ant farm. All these little consumers, all of these lost and bored people consuming anything that they're told to consume. So I am the villain, because I've made myself one. And you will continue to consume these stories about me, year after year after year, for as long as I tell the internet that I am